so excited to see you guys. It's been a minute, hasn't it? I took a week off for Christmas and we're not going to do like a proper episode. This is going to be some cozy dungeon farming. Let's go get some nice weapons. Let's just go into some dungeons and just chat, hang out, catch up while I'm like super sleepy and stuff. My character has been re-transmogged to work in this new crown, which is the new Twitch drop, this primeval crown situation. So let's get going. I'm going to do some kind of cozy catch-up situations. We're going to do some dungeons, try and get some legendaries, that kind of thing. Not a proper like episode, just a bit of Conan Exiles. I just wanted to play a bit of Conan today. Let's TP to the unnamed city. Here we go. Can you see me? Hello? Sir? Sir, you to fight me? I'm not cloaked. He's like, he doesn't see me. I'm invisible. So I kind of stuck to my plan of actually uploading stuff over Christmas period. What is wrong with this guy? Hello? Oh, he wasn't really there. Just Conan stuff, right? I didn't do my whole upload once a day. I was planning to do, which sounded a bit ambitious, didn't it? I'm going to upload something once a day over Christmas. But I did upload a couple of times, so I feel pretty good about that. We'll take the wins where we can, shall we? That's it. Do you know what kids? My son is married. They brought over Christmas presents and their mum, grandmum figured out one was a bucket of popcorn. Ooh, after they left 20 seconds, she already tore the wrapping off it. By the time it came back 28th, all there was left was an empty bucket. Oh my goodness. Lovely. I haven't had popcorn for ages, actually. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Do a bit of fighting. So we're wearing our usual perfected heavy armor here, which gives us a buff to agility and strength. I'm using my Baltier's Razor, which is my favorite two-handed sword. Freya has got the momentum mace, and she's like super buffed right now. She's wearing a lot of strength buffing clothing. She's got some really fun perks, one of which is a bleed perk. So every time she hits an enemy that is bleedable, she'll apply a bleed, which is great, except when she's got a truncheon on her. So she's not one to use really when we're trying to knock somebody out because she'll kill them. So probably best to just put her on flee or something if we try and knock somebody out. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. This is my Bector Corbin mace, which is hammer. Sorry, which is a agility hammer. Oh, we got another Night Stalker's mask, which we already got one of these. This is quite useful to keep in your inventory. This kind of thing, these kind of utility masks or helmets, I usually put an armor reduction kit on it, and I keep it on my trusty steed or in my inventory so that I can use it in a pinch, because I'm not going to use it generally, but it's nice to have on me. The only thing about this, let me just I make sure I show what I'm wearing. It's not the most attractive. You can see I tried to transmog the colour of the crown. It's not the most attractive we've ever looked. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you want to really scare away the enemy, plus, you know, in the daytime it is offensive. So you only want to use that at nighttime, but it's quite useful. I prefer using Argosian Dream Dust, personally, which you can pick up from the enemies at the animal tamers from Buccaneer Bay. Over here on the map. There you go. Over here. There you go. Animal tamers over there. Drop those. Let's check the chest. But it is quite a good one. And a fairly, like, rare drop. I mean, you know, there you go. I'm not going to take that repair kit because now we're like level 60. I can craft everything. I don't want to lose durability on my gear, so I don't use repair kits anymore. There you go. Dream Dust gives you... It gives you corruption? Squirrel? Does it? Okay, science, people. Somebody gets upset about it, you're just going to have to take a deep breath. Think about something cheerful. Dream Dust gives you corruption. It does give you corruption. It does give you corruption. I mean, barely any corruption. Health reduced by 2. Interesting. I hear that, though. Used to, but a long time. Do you know what? I never noticed that. I use it all the time. Hello, Red Riding Hood. Good to see you, too. We'll get out of here and we'll just remove our bracelets. Because I don't actually know if there's a way to remove that, apart from just logging out and logging back in again. Let me get my friendos here. It's going to be quickest thing to do. Okay, while they're busy, let me just... Let's just do a quick relog. Just you can hear me now. There was a point where my mic wasn't on my BRB screen. Is it there still? Test. Yes, it is. Perfect. Right, let's just log back in. Yeah, I think for like 2 points of corruption, I mean, that's fine, isn't it, really? I generally speaking, you know, I hate being corrupted, but it's very, very minor. And, you know, we're only going to do that like once a day because it'll get you through the night. All right, let me get my friendos back. Let's get off this BRB screen. And we're back. Perfect. Let's rebuff ourselves because if I relog, we lose our buffs. Dun, 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 dun. This music always gets Back to the Future back stuck in my head. Did you watch anything nice over the holidays, friendos? I watched Home Alone 1 and 2. I watched The Village by M. Night Shyamalan. I don't know how to say that, but that's how I say it. Is she fully buffed? What else did I watch? I watched a bunch of stuff. This is my salted meat. This is my might. This is my pork buff. Okay, so she's like super buffed. I'm going to drink my elixir of grace, a jungle grog. There we go. So we're like rebuffed. Because we like to min-max a little bit sometimes, maybe. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Do 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 do. Right, is everybody following me? Are you following me? You follow me? Everybody's good. I think we're good. Dun dun dun. Right, where am I going now? I've lost my bearings, friendos. And there we go. The brute is over there. There you go. Recovered. It's heavier than taking a potion of sight or getting a cat to lead you. It doesn't weigh very much at all, is it? If you just keep like a couple of Agosian Dream Dusts. It weighs 0.30 just to carry those, and you just pick them up. I mean, swings and roundabouts, right? I mean, you do whatever you want. Like, enjoy yourself. If you want to use a different potion, use a different potion. I like to use Gaussian Dream Dust because it doesn't weigh very much. I can just pick it up off enemies from the Buccaneer Bay. That's it. So there you go. But you do you, boo-boo. Shama lama lam hey... Oh, God. Corruption clashes my purity and innocence. Where's my dunce exactly? That's it. It.
Boon Miloas just subscribed for 8 months. Looking forward to the upcoming Sipta session.
Hello, Bunny. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Yeah, I am planning to do a Sipta playthrough. I assume that's what you're talking about. After this one. And I'm kind of itching to get started on it, really. We're going to do Almaria on here. We're going to do, what's it called? We're going to do some Purges. And then probably we're going to move on to Sipta, I think. Look at this fudging speed. It's been, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Gauntlets of the Brute are a stamina buffing medium piece of armor, which are great, but I don't care to buff my stamina particularly. I like to buff my damage, whichever I'm going for, agility or strength. But great, awesome, cool. You really, I do. I mean, so, yeah, yes. Okay, Snorkies. I do want snorkels. I do want to prove a point, but I also want to test what you're saying. Because I have this lovely luxury of, like, saying something and having immediate feedback from people, which is kind of wonderful, honestly. You know, it can be a pain in the butt. Do you know what I'm saying, people? It can be a pain in the butt. But it is quite nice to be able to science stuff as we go along. So if you're like, well, I prefer using Night Potion because of X, I'm like, okay, well, let me just test what I'm talking about, because I like using Gaussian Dream Dust. The main reason being, I don't have to craft it. I don't have to do anything but just loot it. So when you're saying something, it isn't because I'm trying to, like, you know, point score. It's genuinely just because I'm curious, you know. Sometimes I'm point scoring. If you're rude to me, I'm definitely point scoring, and I will definitely hate you forever. or ban you. And I don't mean you, by the way. But yeah, I just like this privilege of being able to kind of test stuff in the moment. I enjoy it. So there you go. So don't take anything bad from it. It's my, that's it. Suit the drops is right. The predatory blade is wonderful, absolutely. I'm not really keen on strength one-handed weapons. Generally, one-handed swords, I mean. I like axes. So, you know, and I don't particularly enjoy left-click only weapons, which the predatory ones are. But it is amazing. Like early game, I just think you can't really deny. Sir, it's been a minute. I mean, madam, I apologise. Dun, 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 dun. I can fight this lady super, super well, especially when I'm not talking. That's like my superpower is I can't speak when I do it. There we go. Ooh. How many freaking dragon scale helms have we got? This must be the 3rd dragon scale helm. And you'll notice, generally speaking, if I get duplicates or triplicates and things like that, I don't pick them up. But this is so precious to me because this is my absolute #1 favourite piece of legendary armour. I'm not going to harvest her, but you can harvest her for volatile glands, cooked leather. What else? Volatile glands, cooked leather, dragon horns, dragon bones. You need those for crafting dragon armor, which is fantastically good. It's what our Freya chest piece is. But I'm not going to do it because I just don't want to. There you go. That's my argument. Hello, offhand. Hello. Curious, but hopefully game sneaky. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just curious. I like to science stuff as we go. So if somebody says, and I want to make sure what I'm saying is correct. I don't want to give people the wrong information. Obviously, it's impossible to be kind of perfect all the time. So I like to just double check stuff. Think about the predatory sword, and there's a huge amount of left click attack only. Yeah, so not very good on thralls, the predatory blades, because they won't just favour left clicks. They'll just do whatever they feel like. Let's eat a pork snack. And do you know that other day? I just remembered the other day we were here, and I was like, oh no, I don't have any water. I bet you my thrall had gruel on them. We had to leave because we were about to die from lack of water. And I just thought just now, I bet the thrall had like gruel. I could have eaten that. That would have given us food and water. Silly me. There you go. Superpower is silent competence. It's when I open my mouth, things go wrong. Me too, Anna, me too. That's it. Yes. I can do anything like timing-wise, rhythm-based things. I'm really good at stuff like that. But I have to like stop talking for a minute. And that is the real boss of the game for me, obviously. There we go. So that is rude, isn't it? Ranged attacks while I'm using melee. Outrageous. There we go. So I'm not too worried about the little 2 items, 2 instances or whatever of corruption that we picked up from testing out Argosian Dream Dust, which now I know actually does corrupt you. I don't think I ever noticed before. This is a nice drop, isn't it? Bit of health. Because I've just picked up a Heart of a Hero, we'll eat that. Once we've done a round here, we can clear our corruption. That lasts for 40 minutes. You can get them from mini bosses, like we just unfriended. Yeah. Conan, not Chicago, stylus, autocorrect. Oh, hello, courier. Jumped into Conan last night. Thank you for the translation. For the first time in ages. Felt like some of the bugs I was experiencing last time a few months ago have been resolved on PS5. Do you know what? I'm very happy for some good news, honestly. I feel like... How often can we say some bugs that were really bugging me, bothering me, have been fixed? It's like whack-a-mole, isn't it, in this game? They fix one thing, another thing pops up. I feel bad for them, honestly. I do genuinely feel bad for them trying to keep track of it. So that's a nice thing to hear. That's good. Yes. What were you trying to say? Stupid autocorrect. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, autocorrect is a pain in the butt. I'm really glad to hear that, though. Hello, Starseed. You to Conan, hope to reach your level of knowledge one day. Well, get ready to have no life. You have to... That's it. I have no life to this game for a few years now, really. I would say since I started streaming, I kind of play a lot more variety of things. But I really did no life it for like certainly a couple of years. I just played this game like all the time. Loads and loads and loads. There you go. Enjoy the adventure though. Enjoy your ignorance, you know. That's what I kind of... If I could have my first day back, or just relive my first day in this game, which was such a wonderful adventure, I absolutely would do it. I don't think I would want to lose all the experience I had. And, you know, I had made some like nice friends and stuff along the way. But yeah, that feeling of like, oh wow, I love this game when you first start playing something new and it surprises you because you weren't hyped for it. You didn't have any idea about it. I think that's like it's a great thing. Okay, this blue fella has the same loot table as all the skeleton bosses around here. He's dropped the commander chest piece, which these days gives us 60 health, is medium armor, but gives us 250 armor, which isn't super good compared to my affected heavy pauldron crafted with a shield right. But still, and it looks nice as well. I can show this as well. You can craft an armor set that looks like this. It is it called the Aquilonian? I think it's called the Aquilonian, which is not the DLC Aquilonian armor, but is the base game Aquilonian armor. There you go. I'm never going to wear it, and I think we already have one. Apologies, people. Forgive me for dropping stuff. It's just my way. Sit. Post to boot. Oh, Invictus, there's a check in the post. Thank you for that. Complete lie. Thank you, thank you. Any advice for new Conan players? Chat, what is your number one, right? Your number one best piece of advice for somebody just starting the game? What is your number one piece of advice? I think my kind of first thing I would say is, one, just enjoy the adventure. And then number two, use the journey tab. Because if you kind of aren't really sure what to do on a particular day, press J, look at these little like sections here. I'm going to run away from danger before I look properly. And work your way through those. If you're not sure what to do with a given day, pick one of those. It'll guide you through like a section of the game. Also, obviously, watch all my content on my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? That's it. There you go. And profit. Always drop a bedroll. Yes. Oh my god. As you move around the map, place a bedroll down. You will be glad. Have a bed at your home, and as you move around the map, place a bedroll. They will each delete themselves as you go. And you'll be glad that if you die, you won't have to run all the way across the map. Yeah. That's it. Listen to Anna, thank you, offhand. That's it. Brought a Denuncia and a Berserker to the fight, the Jabal Sag champion, but forgot about the Naked Lady. Is it on again, Pete? Oh, it is on again, isn't it? Oh, yes. I forgot about that. I do have a guide to the Sacred Hunt event. Can't keep track of all these freaking events now. I do have a guide to the Sacred Hunt event. Every detail you could possibly want to know about it. All the different kind of stats and what you get for this and the order of things on the YouTube channel. I don't know if I have a command for that. Okay, we're gonna have to take out this archer guy. Remember the water skin at the beginning. Yes, absolutely. That's a good tip. Yep, there should be a water skin in the starter area. Make sure you take that, or two of them. Good one. Advice to a newbie: run, leave before you become an addict. I love that. Yes. Well, running away, I mean, that is a good tip, isn't it? Running away, you know, choosing when to engage in a fight and when not to is really good. Daggers are really good at the beginning of the game. I did have somebody kind of criticize me the other day saying I should be recommending pikes instead of daggers. But daggers are so powerful at the beginning of the game. You can do pretty much anything early game. Do things that are so much higher than your kind of skill level or whatever if you use daggers. If you kind of get comfortable with those, because the bleed is so powerful. That's it. Still enjoying my ignorance. Good, I love that. It's a wonderful thing. Spelled Aquilonian, have to check it out for another transport choice. Yes, I think, yes, spelled Aquilonian, that's it. It is very nice. The Commander helmet as well, which is a sandstorm breathing mask, is part of that as well. Or has, this exactly the same style, basically. I love it. It's very nice looking. Was a favourite of mine. I like to dye it kind of white and Sumerian blue often.
Brother Shinrin just subscribed for 26 months.
Shinrin, how are you doing? Happy holidays, friendo. Thank you so much for the 26 months. Thank you, thank you. Run, yes, absolutely. Hello, Tallest. How are you doing? Are you having a nice time? Should watch your guide after Big Gun so long. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I do have a lot of obviously long form kind of guide content, which some people really like to have while they're playing games. And I know a lot of people like. I just want kind of shorter, more concise guides, and I'm working through that. Working through making those. Ooh, what is it? Rage. Yeah. Berserker. So it looks exactly like Hanuman's Gather, but it has different stats. Hanuman's Gather does a lot more kind of base damage. This one has this Berserker, which basically gives you the Berserker perk from Strength. Does it show me this here? While below 50% health, you deal 25% more damage and gain 100 armor. It gives you the Berserker perk, as far as I know. Yes. Let's do a science comparison. We have one at home. I'm just going to spawn it in and we'll drop it afterwards. I'll show you the difference. So we've got Hanuman's Gather is 96 base damage. Fantastically good weapon. 45% armor pen, and it also sunders, as all hammers and maces should do, generally speaking. So at 96 damage, and then the Rage Hammer, which we just picked up from here, is 68 damage and 47% armor pen. So a tiny bit more armor pen, which isn't going to make a huge amount of difference. You can put a master weapon fitting on either of these, which you learn from the Warmaker dungeon. Rage Hammer gives you this Berserker perk, so if you're likely to get super ready, like close to death, I guess it'll help you there. I prefer to just avoid that. Yeah, so I would prefer Hanuman's Gather. This is from world boss chests, just from killing world bosses and then looting the chests in either the spider caves or in dungeons. And then this one you get from here. And there you go. I'm going to drop both of them. Shall I take the Rage Hammer? Let's take the Rage Hammer. We'll drop the one that we spawned in, though. We go. What can I drop here? Oh, I have water here as well. Yep. Let's take the Final Breath of the Red Mother, which is our torch. Sweet. Okay, we fought this boss. Nice. Tinkering and killed my operating system today. Just got done reinstalling. Oh my goodness. Do you know, I've been having so many issues, weird issues with my computer recently. I don't know why, but when I start up my PC, few things just don't work, and then I have to press restart, and then when I restart it, it's fine. I have no idea why. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I did do a Windows update today. Fingers crossed that fixes it. Don't know, peeps. Isn't always about what's fastest, it's also about what you like and how you play Cellars. Absolutely, absolutely. Daggers are so much better than pikes. Never tried PvP, maybe they're good there, but they're very clunky. I just don't enjoy the play style of pikes, really. When I first started playing the game, I remember using a pike a lot, and I just didn't really kind of enjoy it that much. But they are useful, definitely. Much faster, yes. Manage your stamina, yes. Keep an eye on your stamina, don't let it run out. You get a debuff, or what is it called, a penalty for running out of stamina. That's it. If it's too late to run, then make your second base up the river near the Tower of Bats. It has the most ironstone in the game. Lots of really good iron-like locations, yep. Absolutely. Oh, if you choose set religion, you can make set poison arrows and a super cheap set mask that was way cheaper than waiting to make an actual sandstorm mask. There you go, fantastic tip. Hello Fubar. We had a wonderful holiday. Just wondering if you've heard why the Xbox never got the latest update. We still don't have the hotfix and no living settlements on official servers. So the answer is I don't know, Fubar. I can ask about that though. Yep. I'm assuming that they are unavailable kind of a little bit over the Christmas period. They will have like tech staff in doing emergency stuff. But yeah, I can ask about that. I didn't know that they hadn't rolled out the Xbox hotfix. We need strength daggers. Yeah, that'd be cool. Strength daggers would be cool. Yep. With a decent amount of durability, that'd be cool. Definitely an agility axe. I'm going to say that probably every day. Great if they reverted the gear die mechanic. It's annoying now. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the problem with the Dyer's bench is that they have created an issue or created work to justify the existence of a bench that we didn't used to have. And I think just reverting it back to being an optional thing. He's just hanging about there. Don't mind him. I'll go to the corner. It's fine. Oh, I do have water. Shall I water myself? Hold on. Water. Water. We may as well drink this. There we go. Look at that. I brought so many sources of water this time. Yeah, I think that's the problem with the dyer's bench, basically, is they created an issue to justify the existence of a bench. And I'm not sure it's really fun, particularly because quite often you pick up dyes as you move around the map. And, you know, like on Sipta particularly, or you just get these bundles of dyes and things like that. It's quite nice to be able to use. And I use my little torch with this one. So yeah, I'm not sure about the kind of logic behind that personally. That's it.
Freezer on this core just subscribed for 25 months.
Freezer, thank you so much for the 25 months. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, lovely. Well, one tip to new players is to pick set religion, yes, when they make their character. The only way to increase the chance of tier 4 thralls showing up in your tavern is it is completely RNG. The only way to improve that is to use a mod. Or maybe finagle like the configs if you're doing like single player or playing on a private server. You just finish reinstalling a quick... Yeah, did you just finish reinstalling? Hello, Weldon, hello. I killed it with fixing things was enjoyable. Well, glad to hear that. Pipe back in the old days was the meta, then you got... Yeah, absolutely. Dagger's always a good choice, though, cutting edge technology. No, we're not. Do you want me to cry? Is that what you want? 12 points. Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. Corner comment worthy. I think Yosh is already in the corner, otherwise Yosh would be sent to the corner. That's it, exactly. It's funny you can make that joke in the corner. Pikes used to be awesome. You could knock the hell out of anything without getting hurt, but that was years ago. Pikes got nerfed and nerfed to make sure. Nerfed. Thankfully, they haven't really nerfed daggers too much, have they? Daggers are still really, like, very strong. Xbox is always behind because each update and Hox have to be certified. I mean, it's the same for PlayStation, isn't it? PlayStation. That's the problem with the consoles getting updates and things. Is the certification process taking time. Hi there. Let's get this done. We are corrupted, but we do have a heart of a hero to clear that. Normally I wouldn't stand around in corruption while I'm chitter-chattering. Corner is a great place. I have cookies. These are lies. There are no cookies in the corner. Don't listen to this propaganda. Corner is a place of quiet contemplation. Time to think about your transgressions, people. Not for eating cookies. Let's get our key. Hopefully I have a harvesting tool on my little friendo here. Because this is just a world boss. Just a world boss, says the body. Okay, let's get our key. There you go. That's all I want. I'm going to check to see if the fragment of power is over here. As it sometimes is. It is not here today, but sometimes there's a fragment just there. Spawns in kind of randomly. And then we'll loot these coin chests around the sides. Dun, 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 dun. I'm so happy to be back, peeps. That is one of the nice things about taking a bit of time off. I get so excited to stream again. I always really enjoy streaming, but I do so many other things when I'm not streaming, like around like content creation stuff. It's just good for my brain to be like, you had a break. You can now get back to it and be kind of reinvigorated. You know what I mean? Thanks. Hate snakes. I hate snakes and hello. I don't mind snakes at all, really. I hate bugs. Anything with like flappy little teeny tiny wings that go. I don't know if you can hear that over the mic guard, but ugh. I hate bugs. But snakes, I don't mind. I would have a pet snake if I wanted to like feed bugs and mice to a creature. I think they're kind of cool. But hello, welcome. Hello, Min. How are you? I'm well. Had a fantastic Christmas. Still dealing, hosting parents and extended family. Crying emoji. That says very much to me, Min. Yes, I had just the right amount of family time. I had a wonderful time over Christmas. It was really nice. Good to have a break. A lot of people say start with the mere religion. It's probably the hardest on the map to get to. Yeah, I think probably the hardest thing about the Emir religion is getting past the sabers, but you can totally just run past those, really. It depends. If you don't have very much stamina, that kind of thing. If you're trying to do it at like just level 0 or whatever. But by the time you get up to the Emir religion location, the trainer, you know, you've definitely leveled a bit, haven't you? You do sound excited to be here. I am very excited to be here, absolutely. I always feel very rejuvenated after a bit of a break. It's very nice. Yep. I do have a bunch of videos planned as well. I did release one just before I went off, which is the 20 best survival games coming in 2025. I think that's linked on my About page on Twitch. So if you haven't watched that already, I'd super appreciate it. I haven't made a video like that before, and I want to do some kind of more things like that. So there you go. Give it a watch. It feels like full heavy hammer combo is impossible without overinvestment in stamina. Yeah, I find... So I always used to do my full combos. Always, always, always. And then after they changed the stamina usage, I just have really changed how I do things, the rhythm of my gameplay. Okay, we've got Vermin Hide boots. Agility, buffs agility by 6. Very good boots for that. 60 and 60 health. Not very much armor value. We've already got them before. The main thing I want from this Riptide, the main thing I want from this boss is the Riptide Spear, which is the underwater breathing mask. Underwater breathing spear. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. Which is very handy for the Dagon dungeon, places like that. Let's get rid of our bits and bobs. Ooh, she drops silver on the floor. This is an outrage. There we go. You can harvest him for like bat skin, and you can turn that into leather if you want. Dun, 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 dun. Wait for Light No Fire. I'm so excited about Light No Fire. I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am about that game. It just sounds so vast. I just want like a world to disappear into, you know? It sounds wonderful. I hope it's the kind of game that we can have a community server on. I think that would be amazing. Love that. Very excited about it. Yes. Rowdy, thank you for the follow. Feel I'm about to no-life this game. It's a good game for no-lifing, absolutely. It's a great video. Thank you, Yosh. Thank you very much. Chittering and fluttering of the shroud bugs in Enshrouded makes me want to wipe them out. Yes. Yeah, I hate those bugs. I also hate the bat flapping wing situations in Enshrouded as well. I feel like they need to do something about those because they seem a bit over the top, really. I'm going to eat my Heart of a Hero so I can regain my full power. What shall I use on you, friendos? Shall I use my two-handed sword? So we haven't done the Temple of Frost yet. We did Karak last time. And we haven't done Siege of Almoriah and Purges. So those things are kind of coming up in this series. Then I'll be doing a Sipta playthrough. And I kind of want to know... I'm trying to decide at the moment if I should set up a Sipta server again. We haven't had one for a while. I'm tempted to get like a persistent Sipta server set up. So let me know if you're interested in that. My main problem with that, my only thing really holding me back is one, it uses up a server of ours. And two... I don't really want to split the community. I want when you log into our server to kind of, you know, have like a, you know, some people to kind of talk to and, you know, just communicate about the game and whatnot and play with and whatever. And I don't really want to split you up. So we'll see, I guess. If there's enough interest, then maybe we'll do a Sipta server. Yep. Hello, Fibble. Gaggle of folk by the Decetto altar can be interesting at lower levels. The Decetto altar. The people at Pagoda, we got another Night Stalker's mask. This is like the third one we've got on this playthrough. Crazy. Fantastic tools there. Really great tech jump. You want to run to this place. Run in, run past all these people. What was I going to say? Maybe turd wallets. Yes. Talk to people. Absolutely. That's it. That's it. Word of warning, if you use the Riptide to do Dagon's dungeon, make sure you take some underwater breathing potions as well. Twice I've accidentally thrown the damn... Snorkels? I cannot agree with you more than that. Absolutely. I have thrown the Riptide Spear and lost it more times than I care to admit to. And it drives me crazy. And actually, I think I usually say that when I take it to the Sunken City, usually. Like, just be really careful. Like, equip it, dive into the water, get to where you're going, and just unequip it. Just don't keep it in your hands. Like, be very conscious about what you're doing. Because once you throw it, it's just gone. I've never been able to find it again after I've thrown it. Once I manage to buy all my favourite missing DLCs, I'll join the server. Ah, bless you. Good, Paolo. I'd love to have you there. We are doing a giveaway currently on Twitch. I haven't mentioned it for a while. ! Ticket in Twitch chat for a chance to win a DLC of your choice for the game. I don't have Decetto or Sipta. Apart from that, everything is game. And I will whisper the winner on Twitch. Did we fight this guy? We did. We got all of our Library of Esoteric Artifacts items. So now we've done this place. Should we do the Wine Cellar dungeon? Let's do it. Left click stabs with it, right click throws it. Yeah, I just don't like to use it at all for fighting. I don't want to ever use its durability. It's just my favourite legendary utility kind of item, you know. Combine left click. What's the worst that can happen? There you go. Perfect. Perfect advice. That's it. Castle, thank you for the follow. Yeah, let's go do the Wine Cellar dungeon, peeps. I love the Wine Cellar. Then I have my one-handed weapon. I've got my torch, so we should be good. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not going to fight him because I don't really want anything from him. You can live, sir. We've already got the gauntlets of the brute, the helm of the brute. We've already picked up the predatory blade. I don't really need that many fragments right now. We've already kind of been doing our usual rounds. I always start my playthrough session with a round at the unnamed city, generally speaking. And if I was playing on a server, I would, at level 60, I would just kind of do a round of the unnamed city like a couple of times just to kind of farm the stuff I want. So that I could get the Reach of the Red Mother bow from the Red Mother. I could get the Final Breath of the Red Mother. I could get my Riptide Spear from the Bat. Festering One axe from the skeleton bosses. What else do I like to collect from there? Maybe Quake Mace from the skeleton bosses as well. Sword of Crom to stick on the wall for bragging rights because it used to be really cool. Giveaway PC only. It is, unfortunately, it is. It's a Steam code. Sorry about that. I don't have any console codes. Otherwise, I absolutely would do those as well. Only missing 3 of them, actually. My favourite ones. Oh, well, definitely enter the giveaway, my dear. There you go. Hi from Spain. Hello, hello, hola. There you go. Fluent in all the languages. Perfect. Yeah, no point giving predatory blade to your thralls. Absolutely. No point in that. It's just fantastically good. Early game, definitely. As soon as you kind of feel spicy and want to go fight the brutes, it's a really good one to get. Started playing this game recently again. Videos have been so useful. I'm very happy to hear that. It's like the nicest thing you can say to me. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Is the Sipta DLC worth it? Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole other map. It's the only other second map. How do I say this in a more articulate way? We've only got 2 maps, yes. So I would suggest play the Exiled Lands, and then when you're like, you feel like you've kind of, you've explored it and you want a bit more of a new adventure, then play Sipta, definitely. It is, the gameplay loop is a little bit different. There are revolts instead of dungeons. Let me put her on attack, I think. So, there we go. And yeah, different gear. Some of the gear is really cool. A lot of it they've added to the Exiled Lands, but some of it's still only available on Sipta. Some different fighters, different kinds of like purge situations as well. The standard purge that you can summon, and there's also surges and things like that. If I manage to, we will be trying to get through all that content when I do my Sipta playthrough. 2 points in stamina, is it worth given how fast enemy stamina recovers? Yes, I do. So it is, the thing about grit is it isn't just about stamina. It does affect your armor as well. But yeah, having a certain amount of stamina is particularly useful, even though it regenerates very quickly. Because if I like to use, particularly because certain weapons use more stamina than others. I can do like maybe 3 heavy attacks with my mace with the amount of stamina that points of stamina that I've got. Without it, I could just really do like maybe 1 in a roll, perhaps. But even like, yeah, 1 in a roll. How much I'm using? How do I say this? Yeah, the first perk gives you 40 armor and 20 stamina. The next perk that I go for increases my armor by 1/5 of my current stamina. And then defensive posture gives me a 15% damage reduction. I do really like Steel Feud as well, which is the max grit perk. Particularly if you want to kind of go around with like light armor. That's quite a nice one because it means that enemies have to hit you 3 times before you die. Quite good if you're fighting bosses and things in like a lighter armor. But you know, find your own playstyle. If you find that you don't need to put any points in grit whatsoever, then don't put them in that, you know. I've got my own kind of way of doing things.
15 months. Hi
Brad,
all.
hello, Brad. Thank you so much for the 15 months. I hope you're doing well. Happy holidays to you. There you go. So yes, I do really like putting points in grit. And also, so think about things, think about the type of weapon that you want to use and how quickly you're going through your stamina. And then think about adding some more points to help you. Also, if you're going to climb something, you know, before you've kind of obtained climbing boots and gloves, look at how quickly you use your stamina up. Yes. Quick-footed in agility causes you to use less stamina and makes you faster at jogging, sprinting, jumping, swimming, and climbing. So that's a good one. That's my third perk in agility. So if you're doing an agility build, but without that, obviously you will use more stamina up. One of the reasons I've really started putting points in stamina back in the day when stamina didn't regenerate so quickly was just to climb stuff. Because when you don't know the map as well, you might not know all the cut-throughs. You're going to do a lot more climbing up places you don't necessarily have to, but because you don't know where all the cut-throughs are, you're going to do a lot more climbing, if that makes any sense whatsoever. There you go. Ooh, loving your attributes. Thank you very much. I do really enjoy this build personally. I think it gets me through most things. This is based on my own playstyle, which is where I want to do a lot of damage. I want to be quick and nimble. I want to get in, do damage, get back out again. That's how I've kind of, you know, developed it. Sipping water. Complete the first map and enjoy it with some DLC, or just Isle DLC. Let me try and translate that in my brain. I would say do what you enjoy. If you're bored of the Exiled Lands map, go play Sipter. If you have the spare cash and you want to get Sipter now, then absolutely you can do that, because you get build set with it. You get this what is it called, Stormglass build set. There's a couple of armor pieces, like a heavy armor set. There's the Flotsam build set. So you get 2 build sets actually with Sipter. And then when you're ready and you want to, then you can go to that map. It's not required. If you want it, you can get it. If you don't want it, you don't get it. When you're bored and you want to kind of add more kind of things to the game, then there you go. There you go. Oh, the complete edition Steam. You don't have to have the complete edition. If you have the cash and you want all the DLCs, by all means, get the complete edition. The DLCs quite often go on sale. So that's a thing, if you're interested in picking them up. Like a lot of us probably, like I picked up the DLCs gradually on PlayStation, because I just liked all the cosmetic items eventually. There you go. Pretty much a copy of my attributes, or did I come to the same conclusion? I don't know. I have no idea how you came to your conclusions. I don't know. Kind of developed. When I was doing the solo challenge, I did like a no fighters challenge, which you can watch on the YouTube channel. I did run around periodically, depending on who I was fighting, with max grit instead of max vitality. But I actually really like max vitality. I find my survivability to be really good, and glutton for punishment is very helpful. And this kind of developed because of purges, because max grit only really helps you if you're doing solo target heavy hitting enemies that are going to hit you very hard, like the arena champion, for example. And you're not kind of, you're concerned about not being able to dodge her because she has a huge AoE in her attacks. If you're going to be fighting in NPC camps, lots and lots of enemies, or like archers and things like that, purges, Siege of Almeria, then max vitality is more useful than max grit. So there you go. So it's situational. There you go. Right. There's a lone fisherman cook there. We could run through here and see if we find anybody interesting. Let's do that, and then we'll do wine cellar. Let's check the spawns. It would be rude not to. Dun, 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 dun. This guy is the lawgiver for the Jabal Sag event. Let me just make sure I've got my voice on. There you go, I knew I had it off. Hello, sir.
His signs are nigh. Hearken to the whisper at the back of the skull, where reptiles swim in the primal soup. A vague memory rises. A name, an ancient god of darkness and primordial fear, to whom once both men and beasts bowed, and whose children still lurk in the dark corners of the world. Read his name, raggedy and red, Jebel Sag. Read his name scribed upon the flesh of prey, Jebel Sag. Have you seen his signs?
Okay. He's telling us to go over there, basically. Or he's intriguing us to go over there. To the beam in the sky. That's the Sacred Hunt event, which is a cycling event. We'll be back. I do have a guide to it on my YouTube channel. We will be doing it. Probably not today. Although I do need to turn nighttime on like a normal speed. Hello, kitty cat. Let's just check the crafter spawn, see if we find anybody useful. Strength is definitely useful early game. I agree with you. I think I talked about attributes in my early game gear boosts video, which is also on the YouTube channel, one of my recent videos. Talking about kind of, you know, what to put your first points into for your attributes. To give you a bit of advice, definitely I think get the first perk in agility, certainly get the first perk in expertise, and then put some points in either strength or agility depending on what weapons you're using. But definitely in terms of like the chances of getting agility legendaries, certainly at the beginning of the game, I feel like you're going to get more strength ones, so definitely strength points and then respec later, perhaps. There you go. Recently started watching Uncharted YouTube videos, decided to follow on Twitch, finally catching a stream, well wishes and old-fashioned good luck, have fun. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've been loving the Uncharted playthrough, and loving kind of mixing it in with the Conan playthrough as well, definitely. So thank you for being over here. Nice torch. Yeah, very nice torch. Final Breath of the Red Mother, which you used to be able to repair with a legendary weapon repair kit, but now we only have Grandmaster repair kits, so they don't repair legendaries anymore. It lasts like a week. Wish those heralds let's opt out of having to go all the way to the beam location. Ah, okay. So I see. So I see. So you could use those to opt out of the event if you wanted to. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Should we get his pack? Sorry about that, sir. So he dropped a bearer pack, which is very useful to keep in your inventory. So you can use it in a pinch to buff your carry capacity. My fighter is on attack, I think, but we don't need her. She's just here to give us company. I'll regret saying that now, inevitably. I could just click on these people so that she deals with them. Tempersmith. I think, do we already have a Tempersmith, peeps? I feel like we do. I think we've got a Bladesmith, an Edgesmith, and a Tempersmith. I'm tempted to get him. Shall we go through the motions? Oh, he forgot about us. He's trapped now. So I'm going to use Seth's Truncheon. I'm not going to let Freya hit him because one of her perks causes bleed. And even with the coup de grace, where she's not supposed to kill anything, she will kill stuff because she'll apply bleed with every hit, even with the coup de grace. Which I think they should change, personally, because that's not supposed to do any damage. So I'm using Seth's Truncheon that you get from the Wine Cellar dungeon. I've got no points in authority in my attributes, nor in my clothing. No kind of buffs at all. But I do have advanced blunted weapon fitting on my truncheon. He didn't want to aggro everybody. You could use a purple lotus orb. You could also use the coup de grace, but I only really use that on my thralls because it's a legendary and I don't want to use its durability. There we go. Let's take him. We'll go through the motions, even though I'm not sure I really need a Tempersmith. Tempersmith is the blacksmith who will increase the durability of items that they craft. There you go. They'll also craft the Grandmaster weapon repair kits as well. Right, I do have a wheel somewhere. We do have one where the carpenter was, don't we? Let's head over there. Let's eat a quick snack. Go through this. There we go. Hello, Nasco. How are you? Only used female dancers, the male flea didn't fight them, but they turned up anyway. Well, improved quality of life mod is helpful with that, isn't it? Have my nighttime and ultra short like you, still get attacked by the nerds. Didn't think you needed to lengthen it. I see. I mean, it depends, really, I guess. I think whenever we've done the... I don't think you need it on, like, full length, the nighttime speed. I think, like, 50% nighttime speed, just to give you an opportunity to get attacked, is kind of perfect for me. Give you advice so much from the streams. Thank you very much. Thank you. Male dancers have their uses like blood donations. Oh my god. Oh yo. Let's knock him down. If you do you have one ready, just say to him, sorry, that's it, exactly. I'm coming for rather than come out with new content and make all the existing things harder to maintain. I think they added gameplay by giving us a reason to repeat doing things. They kind of gave with one hand and took away with another, didn't they? Because it was very hard to get specific legendaries from like the Unnamed City, places like that. They made it so that they drop a legendary every single time, but the legendaries are no longer repairable. So the grind has been shifted in a slightly different direction, I guess. I don't know. I kind of want to know how you guys feel about it. They also increased the durability of legendaries a lot so that you don't have to repair them as much. Has it changed the way you play the game? So one of the main kind of things that they said when they introduced the no repairs for legendaries, if that makes sense, they said legendaries they want legendaries to feel more special. You shouldn't be able to repair it. Then you should use it in a more situational kind of manner. You should use kind of crafted items, then save your legendaries for specific occasions or whatever, or different weapons for different kind of occasions. Do you do that? I'm interested to know. I still use legendaries as my primary weapons, but I use ones that have a lot of durability, and I switch between these two depending on kind of who I'm attacking, that kind of thing. Plus, I find it once I've kind of really gotten to level 60 and I'm farming world bosses quite quickly, I can usually get a spare Baltier's Razor and Bector Corbin reasonably easy. I kind of want to know how you feel about it, peeps. That's it. A couple of love taps to give thralls when I got to bonker me first. There you go. Love taps are great. Absolutely. I prefer Seth Truncheon is just my fave, really. Or once I get a coup de grace, I quite like that. The only problem with that is sometimes you want to knock out a dancer. You like see a nice dancer or something, you want to knock them out. Or you want to kind of knock out like a tier 1 cook or a tier 2 cook because you're doing living settlements. You want your base to feel kind of alive. And yeah, so I have given the coup de grace to my follower and I've gone, oh no, they're going to kill them with that. So it's quite nice to have 2 like basic knockout weapons sometimes. Right, let's insta tame this person because I have insta taming switched on. Dun, 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 dun. I'm pretty sure we already had one of those, but I can't say no to a Tempersmith. They used to be incredibly valuable because legendary weapon repair kits were, you know, incredible. Right, we'll run through. Preferred having to work hard to get a legendary once, which I can repair later rather than keep going back. Yeah?
Time to slake our thirst and take the dust of the Exiled Lands from our boots.
I do like her little voice lines. Yeah. Do you prefer Exiled Lands over Sipta? Yes, I do. I feel like Exiled Lands is kind of like perfect. You know, imperfectly perfect. I don't know. I feel like Sipta is just a very, very big map. I feel like Exiled Lands, maybe the spacing of content is slightly better, perhaps. I do really like Sipta. Thank goodness we have another map, people. We didn't have a map, like a second map, for such a long time. And we need more maps, please. I think the graphics are better on Sipta. I think there's like, it's nice that the gameplay's a little bit different. But yeah, I do prefer Exiled Lands. I feel like Exiled Lands is like my home. You know, obviously most of my time in this game is on this map. Oh, I don't know what happened here. Some people had a small accident. Do I have a black cat yet? I don't know. Probably, but we'll take one. Dun, dun, dun. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Instructions way to go, but you can wield a love tap if riding a horse or rhino. Yeah, I never do mounted combat, but that is a good tip. That is a very good tip. I always want to get off the horse or camel or whatever, or let's face it, I'm not on the camel or the horse in the first place because I like to run along with them. But yeah, that is a great tip if you want to do that. Absolutely. I don't know what it is. I guess for such a long time we didn't have mounts, and I really like them for carrying my stuff, but I just want to move as quickly as my character moves. Unless I'm going in a straight line and a kind of long distance, or particularly on Sipta, I think mounts are really handy. But I feel like I'm just getting off and getting back on the mount so frequently that I just end up not using them as much. We got a named cook. Okay, I'm gonna leave them. There you go. Legendary torches are too awesome to use. I just prefer to raid the whites to make new goop torches. Yeah, the goop torches are great. Absolutely. Yeah, I like not having to worry about it. Only the harder ones to get. Excuse me. Save legendaries for tough battles. You do? Okay, good to know. Our system was great for radiant missions possibles. It just feels like they just abandoned it. Yeah, I'm interested to know what they're going to add to the taverns in future, because we're supposed to be able to pick up new people, aren't we? Or like recruit new people. Or make new contacts, I think is the wording. Special's fine, but it's a weapon, so it should be used, not sit in a bag until being dragged out for a boss fight. Like, it's the posh China, yeah, and you're after impressing someone. Yeah, I agree with you, yeah. That's it. I think it used to take me such a long time to get a Festering 1 axe in the Unnamed City, and when I got it, I was so happy. And I would use it all the time. I also really like to repair everything so it's fully repaired before I go out for a gaming session. Like, if I'm going to spend the day playing the game, then I want to repair my clothing, I want to repair all my gear, and I would just carry around a stack of repair kits and just kind of quickly repair stuff. I really liked that. Yep. Time to make some dinner: crispy parmesan chicken with garlic, scallion, couscous. Oh, that sounds amazing, Josh. Sounds lovely. More maps, definitely, yes. What do you... Oh, God. Braces for impact. What do you do if a herd of elephants comes over the hill? Swim for it. Sorry, I just couldn't hold that one in. Oh, my goodness. Swim for it? Is that even a joke, Snorkels? Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm cheating on my girlfriend when I post tip to her. It's nice, but it always comes back to Exiled. Yeah. Cat to yoink. Yes. Doombringer has a saddle. I know. It's more like armor for him.
Just subscribed with Prime.
That's it. Witches, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome in. Thank you. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. Thank you. Able to show your character build, having agility for myself with this. Yeah, of course I can. Absolutely. Yeah, max agility with precision strike and quick-footed. Rolling thrust is my final perk. Then vitality with faster healer as my second perk. And then glutton for punishment is my final perk. And then grit, stout for my second perk. There you go. And I just have the first perk and expertise with great reluctance, because I hate putting points in that. Please put a weapon in that follower's hand to break the T-pose. Yes, it will break the T-pose, definitely. Yes, Doombringer does have a saddle. I don't chat off. I think I may go get myself a phrase. I managed to avoid spoilers for a quest of rather reading. There you go. Well, we've already completed our Freya quest. Good luck with that. She takes a bit longer than Lufey, definitely. If there are 4 different colours of base horses, do camels have different camels are all the same colour. There's 2 variants are the one that you put in the animal taming pen and the one you put in the stables. One will be an animal pet with more carry capacity, and then the other one will be a mount. You can put a saddle on it. There you go. That's it. Wish they did a rework on the building so we can have 2 mods. One grid locked and one with no grid, so we can align things better. Yeah, I do see people say that about being able to snap items. Yeah, I personally like the freedom of not snapping stuff. Whenever I play a game and there's snapping, like say in Nightingale, if I'm trying to apply something to a wall and it'll only let me put it in specific spots, I hate that personally. Fantastic game and everything, but that really annoys me. But maybe the option of snapping, I think, would be definitely useful. Yeah, absolutely. Best armor thrall to get is shield right. Anybody who's a shield right. Work of the Lost Tribe is a shield right you can get from the Mounds of the Dead. There's a couple of spawn points there. But yeah, shield rights are what you're looking for because they increase your armor value. Personally, that's my favourite type of armourer. You could also go for a scout right who will reduce the weight of what you're wearing, but I prefer to do shield right and then use an armor reduction kit, like the most armor value. There you go. Sit. Current, I assume you mean for like the stats rather than for fighting. Current roadblock is not advancing my gameplay, is not knowing what armor and weapons I should be pursuing. Yes, I've got some videos planned, Halamir. Yeah, I've kind of taken mental note of your mentions about that. Yepers. Have you played haven't played Nightingale since the winter update. No. Haven't. Snapping varies from game to game. Sometimes Snap to Wall is only a single section, but others it's the entire section. Yeah. Bless you too, Halamir. Bless you. Right, let's go do Wine Cellar. Beautiful dive. Incredible. Dun. Here we go. We've added some new stuff. Yeah, I do. So how do I say this? I would love to do a complete fresh playthrough of Nightingale. This is where my mind is when it comes to Nightingale. I had the most incredible time like playing it from the beginning and getting as far as I did, and I really wanted to finish the game and get to Nightingale City, but that wasn't it's not ready yet, basically. And so I could kind of go back to it, grind some like end game stuff, and craft better gear. But I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what's the point? Because I just, if I wasn't streaming, maybe I would do that. Because I'd be like, oh, I want to play some Nightingale. Let's just like get all the best gear, harvest things in these like later biomes. But the later biomes are not finished. So they look very beautiful and things, and the items are tough, but it feels kind of unfinished and empty to me. So I really like the the lead up to that section before the watch. So yes. At some point, I might hop in and do some kind of Christmassy, wintry stuff, sorry. I don't know. But I'm currently doing like a full Conan Exiles playthrough and full Enshrouded playthrough. Enshrouded, I've got quite a bunch of like content to get through, which I'm absolutely loving. I'm so addicted to it. And obviously, Conan, once we finish this playthrough, once we've done kind of Almaria, Purges, Temple of Frost, that kind of stuff, we're probably going to start a fresh Sipta playthrough. So we'll see, really. There you go. Plus, whenever like new games come out, I want to like hop in those. I'm going to do certainly at least a day one of Extinction for Ark, because I like to do day ones of that, because that's super fun. I just love the adventure. There you go. Plus, I got loads of guides to make and things. That's it. Game HUD looks like Black Desert Online. Does it? This Game HUD is from Hozav's UI mod, which is a fantastic mod. I fully recommend. I do have a video about the mods that I use. Did I write that correctly? There you go. Best quality of life mods. There you go. Linked in the chat. What I've seen in the Nightingale stream seems like the intrigue and story stores and later by. Yeah, because they kind of got to a certain point and the game isn't finished. A bit like Valheim, I suppose. It's still in early access. So I kind of got to a point where the story ended, or story kind of was paused, and I felt like pausing myself. There you go. Some water. Favorite bug in building is because of a door. Always remove any door above or below where you're trying to build. Even remove the doorway and replace it with a wall. Are you talking about in Nightingale, or are you talking about in Conan? In Conan, I always like to do 2 doors. That's my main tip for Conan. Always have 2 doors, people, because somebody's going to block you. Right, she's on aggressive. Let's remove her T-pose situation, which she'll get back again. I am buffed for another hour. Let's put aloe here. Maybe we'll give her some aloe in her inventory. Let's give her the good stuff, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. the cat can just go with the camel situation. I say situation too much. I apologize. I'm aware of it. In case you're like, why does she keep saying that word? Does anybody else get like that? Addicted to a word. You should be able to loot these chests without aggroing Seth. He's kind of in a bit of a daze. The only thing I tend to look for in these is the grog. Desert or jungle grog. Hi, sir. Ooh. Crom is looking fondly upon us today. Crom's like, I don't care. I did nothing. I like trolling Crom. Like, I'm not listening. I don't care about you. Thank you, sir, for your generosity. So it is nice to do the wine cellar with a one-handed weapon and a torch because it's quite dingy. There you go. Definitely level 60 dungeon.
Never learn. We just build on top of our old mistakes and make them again.
So we did bring her here, didn't we, the other day? This is one of my favourite dungeons. It's fantastic. Look how beautiful it is. So nicely crafted. Yeah, exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat for a chance to win a DLC of your choice, excluding Deketo or Sipta. Yeah. In Conan. So, favourite bug in building in Conan is because of a door. What is the bug? Always remove any door above or below where you're trying to build, even remove the doorway. I don't know which. I don't know if I'm familiar with that bug, Snorkels, honestly. The situation. I know. The situation about the situation. Oi. Dinner is civil be a bit. Alright, lovely. I'm not even going to start to try to explain about the building stability and how you use inspect for the construction hammer. You can tell them all about it. Yeah? I mean, I probably have done. Situation, you're aware of the situation that you say situation and possibly too many situations. Yeah. That's pretty, yes, a decent appraisal of the situation, Omar, thank you. Yeah. And the memes go too hard. And you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't said that word 6 times in this one sentence. The worst thing is, I notice it when I'm editing. And I'm like, oh, God, stop saying situation, woman. It, like, drives me crazy. And also, excuse me.
Squirrel.
And also, like, the word like. I sometimes I cut out the word like as much as possible because yes, there you go. I annoy myself. I think anybody who edits themselves has pet peeves that they of themselves. There you go. Yes. That's it. And are you having a rest there? Are you feeling alright? No? There you go. This is the first little section with the relic hunter friendos. We're going to look for some Kari steel around here, which you used to craft the weapons and armor from the recipes that you learn at the end of this dungeon. You can click on the books and stuff. Bit Kari steel. I switch to my two-handed weapon. We've got a mini boss here, just like the ones in the unnamed city. You can get a heart of a hero, which I suggest you keep till the end of the dungeon. Look at that. Oh, okay. There you go. A couple of pieces of Silent Legion armor. Fantastic early game armor. Probably wouldn't get it from in here. I do have a video about early game gear boosts. If you want to watch that. On the YouTubes. Hello. I don't know why I'm suddenly very French, but this is apparently how I decide to introduce myself today. There you go. Little hop over there. Hi there. Generally speaking, as with anything in this game, you kind of don't want to run forward, too far forwards into enemies because you're going to get overwhelmed. But just running up past these guys isn't too bad. These guys have great drops. Look at this. Cooked pork will fill up your food and your water. Fantastique. Well, I'm being French. All of a sudden, I am not French, but sometimes I talk in a stupid accent. I apologize. French people are like, it is not a stupid accent, actually. Only when I do it. Hello. Oh. I overshot it. How do I say this? Because I like using one-handed weapons, I don't really like the fact that this dungeon is so dingy. You can turn on the torches and stuff. But I find the experience without a torch to be a bit annoying, especially for showing things on stream. There are things like Forge Light, Glimmer Moon, what else? which is it? Jedi's Greatsaber, question mark? Is that a glowy one? We do have a glimmer moon. So while you're just kind of running around, look at that lovely glow. This is the perfect place to bring Forge Light, Hammer, or, you know, Glimmer Moon, things like that. But they're all strength weapons. You can use light arrows as well. I've never really used those, so maybe that's an option. Or you could use the Wisp from Sorcery, that kind of thing. You could use the helmet, the Darfari helmet that we picked up earlier today from the Unknown City. You could use Argosian Dream Dust, Night Potions. The only thing about the Night Potions and helmets and things like that is that they give you such a washed out look. So this light is much more akin to the light you get from Enshrouded when you drink the Wisp potions, which is kind of softer and much more kind of comfortable on the eyeballs. I might have to give some like feedback about that actually to Funcom. I want kind of a potion that just does this level of like lighting. Poisoning. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Those are my thoughts. Do you use Perfected Heavy and bulk plating and then transmog? I'm using Perfected Heavy crafted with a shield right and armor reduction because I despise spending any points in expertise at all. So I just put the first perk. That's my favourite way of doing things. As much armor value as possible. Use a shield right to increase the armor value. And then use an armor reduction kit. That's it. Just wants to say hello. For agility build, yeah, Perfected Heavy. That's it. Night Stalker Mask, that's the one that we got at the beginning of the stream, and we've already picked up a couple more. We had a bit of a conversation about darkness and how to deal with darkness at the beginning of the stream when we're in the Unknown City. I don't think it's as much of an issue unless I'm streaming, because I feel like watching a dark screen is probably not that interesting. Although I know a lot of you are just like listening because you're playing at the same time. I'm not hugely keen on short swords. Ooh, sir. That used to hurt a lot more. There we go. Salted pork, which is gives your thrall a 15% strength weapon damage buff, or you, if you're using a strength weapon, will always take a fragment of power in the Kari steel as well. There you go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Some Grey Lotus. There's always Grey Lotus in that box. Cannot leave Dragon Powder because it helps you craft explosive arrows, which are very nice. For Star Metal Harvesting. There you go. Oh. Night Stalker Mask. Dragon Farts also light up, but absolutely Dragon Farts, very helpful. Just light a match. Beautiful. They will remove your cleverly plucked eyebrows. There you go. Hello Thriller, how are you, lovely? Love the Black Blade for agility, not sure what else I'm over the moon about. Do you ever view a server with the same mods as this server? Thinking of starting back up my Conan adventure again. I do, yes. If anyone wants to join our Conan Exiles server, just join the Discord. It is PvE friendly, modded the same as my game, plus Pippi. 2 times harvesting. There you go. That's it. Details are in our Conan Exiles channel of our Discord in the pinned messages. That's it. No paywall. Everybody's available to join. Free to join. There you go. There we go. There's a longsword. The Tulwar thingy. That doesn't... Is that... It doesn't glow though, does it? I'm spawning in. I'm going to drop it if you're having a small rage right now. Calm yourself. So I don't know why I would choose that one over my Baltier's Razor. It's a one-handed sword. It's just a simple one-handed sword, yeah. But I also don't like this animation. I don't enjoy it. It's too flaily. Short sword is too like specific. I don't like that very much. It's just preference, isn't it? I'm not keen on it personally. Yeah. We also haven't picked it up yet on this playthrough. And I really like using my Vector Corbin, my Baltier's Razor. I would really like a one-handed agility axe, personally. That would make my heart sing, my friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Not one-handed. Yeah, the Tulwar is one-handed. It's a strength weapon, but I just don't enjoy it that much. So you can carry torch. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm currently using the weapon that you get from Freya, the recipe from Freya, Cure Thrimmel, which is a huge damage short sword. I crafted it with a bladesmith, so it does even more damage, and it's got a master weapon fisting on it, which increases damage and armor pen. That's kind of my current. Oh god, I've got to use a one-handed weapon. Oh well, I guess I'll use a short sword weapon. There you go. But I would prefer. I mean, maybe give us like a two-handed agility weapon that glows, or give me an agility legendary axe. I know some people would like a non-legendary agility axe. I get you. Fine, do that as well. Give us one. Maybe give us like a legendary version, and what's it called? A legendary version and a craftable version or something. I don't know. Is he dead? Nope. Oh, he's dead. This, what is he called? Undead Shellback drops this, what is it called? Kari water skin, which gives you more drinks from a water skin. If you like using water skins. Don't really. I don't like having to refill stuff, personally. Hello, Steel. Happy holidays, lovely. Hope you're having a nice time. One-handed agility axe, yes, yeah. One-handed agility axe. I ask them regularly. It's like, you know, hey, how are you doing? Please can we have an agility legendary axe? Yeah. Short sword is good if you're in PvP, don't want to hit the other clan members fighting side by side. I definitely think short sword, the fact that it's very specific, if you're trying to knock somebody out as well, even in PvE, you want to kind of unfriend one of the enemies and not the others. Fantastic. It's definitely got its place, and a lot of people really enjoy short swords. I don't want to take away from that. If you like it, brilliant. I just really like, I really like these two weapons, you know, personally. That's it. I really like the animation of an axe. I had a lot of fun using an axe at the beginning of this playthrough. It kind of brought me back to like old times, really. Dun, 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 dun. Need a agility two-handed axe. There you go. Well, there you go. I mean, so I think that would be great. More agility weapons would love, but it wouldn't solve my darkness issue. There you go. I just don't enjoy this like right click, left situation. I said situation again. I need like a penalty every time I say that. For every time I say the word situation, I have to eat a cookie. Oh my god. I'm so hard on myself. Yep. It. Someone's going to get moved to the corner. Father Christmas, bring you good stuff. Sorry on the noises. I'm not, how do I say this? Yes. Father Christmas was very nice to me this year. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. Hope Father Christmas was good to you too. I'm going to see a legendary strength katana for myself. Yeah, legendary strength. Yeah, katana, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not like... I use katanas early game. If I get one from the spider in the dregs, I love that against the abyssal remnant. Fantastic. Very nice. Or picking one up from Almariah. Great, early game. But again, it's not my favourite kind of like weapon style personally. Poisonly. We've all got things that kind of like, it's just something about it satisfies your brain. And sometimes some things just don't satisfy my brain. That's it. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Snackage. Le snackage. Where are you, friend? Ooh, lasting feast. Very tasty. Thank you for that. Stutter wraps. Gonna leave those. Don't really care about them. Animation is terrible. Not a lot of variety. Yeah, and they did rework short swords to improve it. And I was like, yeah, I still don't like it, you know. I will use it in a pinch, but it just doesn't bring me joy, you know. That's it. Oh God, I missed it. How do you tell the difference between a dairy cow and a bull? It's either one or the other. I guess that depends on your accent.
Thriller, with great regret, if you could make your way to the corner, please, and please don't eat any cookies. That was a terrible joke. Shame on you.
Thank you. Someone's going to get moved to the corner.
And take Fibble with you, please. Thank you.
Outrageous jokes. Outrageous. Oh, yes, indeedy. That's it. To the corner. Most satisfying weapon animation is one-handed mace, two-handed hammer, and two-handed sword. Yeah, I think so. I mean, the one-handed mace is cool. I don't really use it, but the two-handed hammer, two-handed sword, I just really love them. I just also really enjoy. I just love the range that I get and the cleave that I get from the two-handed sword. I think it's really good for like my play style. Dealing with a bunch of enemies in a NPC camp or on a purge, loads of skellies or something. I could do like a quick left click and roll if I want to. And I can kind of break out the animation quickly. And then if I'm farming bosses, I can just do... Okay, sometimes I could just do a couple of heavy attacks, move out the way. Maybe a light attack occasionally. Just makes me happy. Those are my favourites. We got some Kari Steel, pure aloe. I'll take the cash for our... What's it called? Tavern. There we go. Now, there should be some fragments here. There are no fragments. I cry. Do we need any of this stuff? We have a box full of perfected heavy padding. I'm going to say it now. I'm stopping picking it up. That's it. I'm never going to use it all. Radium gems are really useful for making radium gem torches. They don't have an animation, so if you want to have a lot of torches in your base, or like a reasonable amount of torches in your base, and you don't want as much of a lag, they're really good. You can put a dye in it and make it kind of a nice warm red, or like cool or green or something like that. We've got some legendary chests. Battle Axe of the Berserkers and Bessie's bow. Brilliant. We've already got 2 Bessie's bow. This is a strength bow, which is fantastic if you're doing a strength build and you want your points in strength to count towards your damage with the bow. And then I love this one, Battle Axe of the Berserkers, because it's an axe that sunders, which is fantastic. Decent amount of damage, 64 damage, no armor pen. You could add a master weapon fitting on that, and it's fantastic. Wonderful weapon. Good. Great. There you go. There you go. Oh God. And what is your favourite type of weapon, peeps? I'm interested. What is you like? What is the one weapon type that you're like, I'm just addicted to this weapon type because I just find it very satisfying? Do you have one? Or are you like, I use a bunch? This guy used to absolutely... Well, not this guy, but the other one skull bosses in this place used to really terrify me because they did so much damage. And they were thrall killers. And I think maybe there's slightly less of a thrill now. I don't know how you feel about it. They got nerfed. The pike guy, this one, was never quite as bad as the other two. Ooh, look at that. Pristine Kari sword. Visually, like, one of my favourites. So pretty. Is that the two-handed? No, it's not. It's a one-handed. But yes, it'll change the way my short sword looks. I like that. Sweet. These used to do insane amounts of damage. 59 damage, 9% armor pen, and cripple. Decent. Good. Excellent. But I just love the way they look. We've got the Pristine Kari bow transmogged currently. I can show you that with the Bessie's bow. You have this kind of gem or something in it, glowing in it. Super nice. It's just beautiful. There you go. I'm going to drop Bessie's bow, possibly, because I have like 2 of them and I'm not doing a strength build. Away, look, Camel. Oh, there he is. Come on, do me. Yeah, I've got my red mother. So I'm going to commit a crime and drop a Bessie's bow on the ground. Let's reorganize based on weight. I'm going to drop this. I've got so much perfected heavy padding. That's it now, people. I'm stopping. It stops here. Okay. Black claws are also really nice for this place, for the skeletons. But they don't help me with the darkness, obviously. There we go. Sweet. There you go. Now my sword looks cool. Okay, onwards, friendos. It is, I mean, it is great against skeletons, isn't it? Because it knocks them. Salted exquisite meat gives you an agility buff. It's fantastic. You want to use that instead of desert grog. That's the, generally if I'm crafting an agility buffing food, that's the one I will craft. But because I can pick up desert grog or jungle grog from inside the wine cellar so frequently, I don't need to craft a agility food. There you go. I'm going to eat a pork feast because it will fill my water and food at the same time. Daggers, daggers, and yeah, daggers. Yes, daggers are so satisfying. Three 15-second ads, really. That's me. One-handed axe feels very Conan. Yeah. Punching daggers are very fun. I agree with you. Shat crystal daggers. Yep, absolutely agree with you. Definitely. These black claws are really one of my favourites. Super fun. Indeedy. One-handed axe feels very Conan. Yes. Love the katana type swords in the chakra. Do you? Yeah. Harry Elite doing an overhead slash with a two-handed sword was a death sentence. Yeah, they were so scary, weren't they? Hello, Rico. Discovered the black ice material lights up with the colour of the light inside, so I made a scrappy Christmas tree out of my black ice pyramid with full green radium torches on the inside. That sounds lovely. I really, if I'm going to do black ice, I always want to use witchfire because it looks so good with witchfire torches. It just completely makes it all like sparkly and lovely. But that sounds great. Favourite weapons were two-handed axe, one-handed axe, but now it's one-handed mace and chakram. I mean, chakram is fantastic for my playstyle. There you go. Chakrams are fantastic. Really, really good. The pushback you get on enemies, they don't have like, you do go through durability quite quickly with them. But against like skeletons or NPCs, the arena champion, things like that, it's so fun. But I used to get really scared every time I came down this alleyway. It's that guy. Okay, I turned. Shall we, I can't see very well, unfortunately. Got that acid debuff. These claws you can sometimes find outside the den, or you can get them from the Midnight Grove mini bosses, or bosses rather. Yes, they are fantastic. Super, super good. Only really good for daytime though, I guess. I feel like if I had a solution to using my build and my favourite weapons that I enjoyed at nighttime, as in like a night vision potion or some kind of see in the dark thing that only just gave me the same kind of glow as Glimmer Moon, I probably wouldn't switch off speed up night so much. But this is what I want. I want something that gives me this kind of glow without how do I say, that I can use with an agility build, because obviously we have this already. We have Glimmoon, we have Forge Light. I think Jedi's Great Saber, if I remember. I forget sometimes. One sec, people. I think that's the one. Yeah, Light Source. Jedi's Great Saber also does that, but that's also a strength weapon. Yeah. Fantastic weapon. Excellent. Two-handed. Makes kind of a scratchy noise, like a lightsaber as it goes around. But yeah, if I had something for agility that did that, kind of gave me that kind of glow, and it doesn't have to be a weapon. It could be some kind of potion. or if the wisp light did something, was a bit less obnoxious and kind of, you know, distracting, overstimulating or whatever, then yeah, I think maybe I would enjoy the darkness a bit more in the game. But I tend to speed it up because I just don't like it being dark on screen. It does light you away if it's carried on your back, yeah, which is why I've got it with me. Because if I want to carry a thrall on the rope, put torch away. If I want to drag a thrall on the rope across the world, I can just equip the Glimmer Moon. There you go. And it's not an obnoxious kind of like light. Yeah, same as Forge Light, Jedi's Greatsaber, they all kind of do the same thing. So I guess the answer could be, you know, well, just do strength forehead, but like, I don't want to. I like agility, personally. Or a bit of a combination, I suppose. Dream Dust of August is good for seeing there, but do not enter the final boss when effects are still on. Yeah, I mean, I really like the Augustine Dream Dust because I can just carry it around. It doesn't... I can just loot it. What do I say? It doesn't weigh very much. You can just carry like 2 in your inventory at all times. But it is a very kind of glary, you know, kind of obnoxious brightness that I don't really enjoy. And if you ever use it, heaven forbid you use it a bit later on in the evening, if it gets to daytime and it's still active, it's just like your corneas get burnt, basically. Okay. Let's harvest him for a skeleton key, because he's just a world boss. I get my trusty steed. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Get some ichor as well. You can harvest all these spiders for ichor. You can use a sickle if you want to use to get gossamer from them to make silk. You can also use your sickle against these things as well, these clusters. That is still the case, isn't it? Drop things we don't need. Let me just check myself. Wait, it's not working anymore. No. It's a good job I checked. So you can't get gossamer with a sickle and... Yes, you can. Okay. Okay, there you go. This is why periodically I check stuff. Just to make sure I'm not lying to you. Yeah, so you can harvest gossamer piles with a sickle as well. We've got loads there. I'm on 2 times harvesting, bear that in mind. This is a star metal sickle with an advanced tool upgrade kit. Think about kind of amounts and stuff. Oh, there you go. There's the radium gem torches. I'll show you these if you haven't used them. I don't think you pick up the torches very frequently, but you can get the gems quite a lot. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. So they're very, very, very bright on their own. This would be like eye-scorchingly bright. But the nice thing about it is you can put you can't put pork in there. You can put a light colour in there. I really like using like red dye. You could do a mixture of different ones with different dyes. You just kind of give you like a warm glow. I don't know. You could do whatever you want, but they look really cool. They don't have an animation, so they don't kind of lag too much. There you go. Let me drop those on the ground. Don't need all this gossamer. Okay, not going to take those. But there you go. I just wanted to demonstrate that. There you go. And we're back. There's no legendary chests in here anymore. There used to be. Now the legendary chests are on the bridge with one of the mini bosses and at the end of this dungeon. Do 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 do. Like some kind of sorcery-based enchantment dye that puts a glow. It goes into your armor, maybe. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Dream Dust of Argos is good. Do not enter. Yes. Do you use the ghost axe at all that weighs nothing? Forget the name. The ghast axe. You mean the ghast axe? Yeah. Sometimes I transmog my stuff with it. This guy. This one. Yeah. We've picked these up before. These are dropped by the skeleton bosses in the Unnamed City. All the skeleton bosses share the same loot table. It'll corrupt enemies if you're in PvP. It won't do anything in PvE. There's no point worrying about the corrupted perk. Cursed will affect you if you swing an axe or a weapon that has cursed on it, or equip a piece of armor. But it's good. It is good. I don't use it, but sometimes I transmog it. Yep. But I think we've got a few of those. There's also a sword as well. Dun, dun, dun. Like strength weapons, wish they would give us a few agility weapons. That's strength. Which ones would you want? What are your like requests? Never catch your streams every time. Thank you. Good to have you. Alright, let's go do the final boss. Dun, 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 dun. Do 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 do. Greetings and salutations. Dun 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 dun. I'll trade you some strength daggers for agility axe. There you go. That's it. If you put down a map room, you can place 10 of those torches around color. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great tip. It's really good. And mainly because sometimes the beams don't always show up. Someone else had that bug. It hasn't happened to me very often. But every now and again, you go to your map room and the beams don't show up when you kind of like move around. So it is nice to do that. Also, yeah, I mean, it's mainly just decorative apart from dealing with that issue. Yep. Katana's dagger or chakram. Nice. Very nice. Have you played the new Indiana Jones game? I have played it. Yes, I've done I think about 3 streams on it. The episodes are on the YouTube channel. I will be doing some more. Right. Are you buffed, milady? Excuse me. She's triple buffed. How long have I got on my buffs? 30 minutes. Shall we, peeps? Shall I use the chakram, the claws against the skeletons? Let's do it. Let's light the torches. The place will lock when you've done that. Be warned. The only way out is to die. It's a phased fight. It's really fun. I like it. This guy's name is THAG, which apparently YouTube thinks is a slur. Yeah. Okay, don't stand in the blue bits on the ground. My favourite way of dealing with that is to ignore him completely, focus on the ground, and just keep moving in a circle. I find him more reactive that way. I just really want my follower just to keep grinding him down. I'll deal with the other issues. She's doing a great job. Okay, another one. There's the ground. So I'm going to ignore everybody and just deal with the floor initially. Easier said than done. And then I'm going to deal with these friendos. If you're fighting him solo, I suggest you just ignore him to deal with these little guys. Just keep away from him. And then return to him when you've killed them. Here we go. Next floor thing. Stay off that. That burns. There we go. Can we kill all of them before she deals with him? That's the question. I just don't want her getting staggered by all the little followers. This should be it now. Let's get him. She's a screamer. Pardon her. There we go. Beautiful. No weapon this time. This guy drops recipes for Kari armor. Yes, indeed.
Two more dead from the neck up, dead from the neck down.
Indeedy.
That's life.
Kari armor and some weapons, some non-pristine Kari weapons, so craftable Kari weapons, which you can craft with a bladesmith and do a lot of damage. He also drops some Kari steel. He can also drop his weapon and a few different variations of thag weapons or whatever. Where's my little recipe? There you go. Click on that. Do we have... There we go. Some of the armor's pieces that you can craft from it. Not these ones. These are like fashionist or immersive armor. Forget. There you go. And you can kind of loot these guys if you want to. They drop decent, just skelly loot. Skelly loot is just generally good nowadays. Can you? Yeah, you can't do that again. I think it's... Is he once an hour still on servers, people? He was once an hour. In single player, I should be able to run away and come back again. And then we've got these 4 legendary chests at the end. Here we go. Musashi's Black Blades. Akbitanan Blades. Do I have enough keys? More Akbitanan Blades. And a Dueling Blade of the Hawk. There we go. Akbitanan Blades have the durable kind of perk, so they have a lot of durability, 3,600, 44 damage, 18% armor pen. They just bleed. They're just decent daggers. Then we've got Dueling Blade of the Hawk, which is a one-handed strength weapon with a severe perk. Let me just double check that one. Un momento, por favor. It's a secondary cripple that stacks with normal cripple. Wait. Dun, 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 dun. I think it's the same kind of cripple that the hyenas give you, basically. But that's great, isn't it? Yeah, so it cripples and it gives you the severe thing, which is so a very serious cripple, which will really slow the enemy. Then we got Musashi's Black Blade, which is 74 damage, 13% armor pen, cripples, and it's a agility katana, which is great for agility people. Not my favourite type of agility weapon, but lots of people love it. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. We got all the chests. Let's go. Notice it's random animal wanders across the map room. It triggers the map location animation. I hadn't noticed that, no. Let's put her on passive before we leave. Go back out where we came in. Map room should display the destination name if we're standing next to an attuned pylon on the rim and not make us guess or put down signs and torches. Another thing they did in the name of immersion that's just annoying, the teleport stones to you should... I kind of agree with you on that, to be honest. There is a lot of, like... If you don't know Life the Game, there's a lot of, oh god, which one do I need to go to? All right. Do. Where now, friendos? Warmaker question mark. Does it actually disappear? What disappears? Do. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Ba-dum. Do, do, do. Should we go have a look at the Jabal Sag event? I wonder how long it's going to run for. That's the only thing. They do like to put them on very quick, like briefly, and then get rid of them. And I think we missed it last time, didn't we? I don't think I've seen the question mark pause. So how about that one? Oi. Conan has its quirks. You can stand at the top of a cliff, lean over and chop the tree down from the top. I'm sure lumberjacks would have words of fun come. It definitely has its quirks. I feel like to know this game is to know all the bugs and quirks, definitely. What should we do? Should we do Warmaker? 1 for Warmaker, 2 for something else. And if it's something else, right there, there's something else, people. Well, I have some water. Water. Exclamation mark ticket in the chat, by the way, if you want to enter for a DLC of your choice, excluding Decathlon or Scepter. Okay, Warmaker unanimously so far. 42, not acceptable. Not acceptable. The joke's coming from people who are already in the corner. Questionable. Seriously. Rando feature walking on a map room does trigger the beam animation. I see. I've never noticed that. Okay, Warmaker. Everybody's saying Warmaker. Let's do Warmaker. Dun, da, da, dun. Do, 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 do. Dun. Do, 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 do. Before you go in here, how do I say? Play safely the first time you do it, because trying to get your stuff back without the ability to summon your corpse or having a friend to kind of like bail you out is tricky.
The ancients left their mark all over these lands. This place is one of theirs.
Thank you. Yeah, because you basically have to kill mini bosses to get through doors. And so if you die behind one of those doors and you don't have a spare set of keys or somebody to bail you out or the ability to summon your corpse, it's suboptimal. Obviously, you can play with not drop nothing on death. Have they fixed that yet, peeps? Currently, well, the last time I was on an official, which is over a week ago, well, maybe within a week, I don't know. Hopefully within a week, because I haven't refreshed my timers yet. They drop everything on death was turned off. So you weren't dropping anything, basically. Very inarticulately spoken, I know. She on attack nothing, yeah. Aggressive. Go on, lady. Get him. She's nearly level 20. Have they fixed the drop items? It'll block you from using teleport too. What, you mean when someone just randomly walks across the map? Should you lose your stuff in here in the community server, ask for help in chat? Yeah. Oh, that was quick. Okay, we got the Axe of the Gate Guardian, which is a sundering axe. How does that compare to Battle Axe of the Berserkers? Let's check the stats. So this one does 64 damage, no armor pen and sunders. This one does 71, no armor pen and sunders. So it is better, definitely. Axe of the Gate Guardian, yeah. He seems to drop it quite regularly as well. I haven't seen that official, I was having I missed it. Yeah, I've definitely seen some people mention it in a couple of places. And they were made aware of it. I'm just not sure if they have dealt with it yet. I think it was changed when they changed the decay timers for holidays or something, I think. Yeah, she's back on attack all enemies now. Yeah, she was on... I turned on to attack nothing when we left the wine cellar, just so she wouldn't immediately unfriend things outside. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. It is definitely more worth fighting the mini bosses again, if only just to get those chakrams from the blood defiler. But the mini bosses in this place do drop good weapons anyway. They always have done. Worth farming, and it's good to have at least one spare set of keys at home to get you back through the doors should you die. Ooh. It is quite fun to help people rescue their stuff, though. Gotta say. One of the nice things about PvE. That makes me think about the old Purges, though, and how much I miss the old Purges, because helping people with Purges was always fun. I mean, you could still help people with Purges, but now they scale up, don't they, based on how many people there are. Legacy of the Nordheimers. This is really good if you haven't got the dragon scale helm yet from the Red Mother. This is really good, like, alternative, and it does have a lot of armor value. Probably a lot more, actually. Yes, so this one, the dragon scale helm is medium, whereas this is heavy. So this gives us 312 armor, loads of cold protection. This one gives way more cold protection and loads of heat protection. So I like to carry it around with me with an armor reduction kit on just all the time. So if I feel like going into the volcano or I feel like going to the coldest places of the map, then I can do whenever I feel like it. Yes, I feel like we've already got one of those at home. I'm going to drop it. It feels kind of like a crime to do so, but that's what we do here. Crimes. You know what I mean? Let's go, peeps. I feel like we do change back to all energies dropped. Oh, they fixed it. Thank you for checking. I appreciate that. Yep. It gives you like a bit of a kind of unexpected cheese, doesn't it? If you just want to like teleport around, put down some bedrolls. This guy just doesn't like using his weapon. He's on strike at the moment. We support him. There we go. Not you, friend. What has he dropped? Ranison. 79 damage, 45% armor pen. Really good hammer. This really good hammer. I'm going to leave it because what am I going to use it for? I got too much stuff. And then you can take all these things and most like legendary weapons or armor and things like that. A lot of stuff you can put in the dismantling bench, which I fully recommend that you do. If you're not like me and I'm so allergic to putting points in expertise and you have a bit more like ability to carry stuff, or you're bringing like a tier 4 bearer or just whatever, or 2 camels, you've got a lot of inventory slots to just carry a bunch of loot, then you know, pick up everything, dismantle stuff you don't want to keep, and you'll be glad you did. But I just hate carrying stuff because I don't want to use up my carry capacity. And that's it, people. Old random Purge. Yeah, it used to be an excellent to group up together in more of a clan. Even on people who there was no fun. Yeah, I agree with you. It was really good fun. It was like, oh, I've got a clan starting, and the people were like, where are you? And they would kind of pop over and do it. It was really fun. I really loved that. Good times. These guys corrupt you, so I try not to get hit. Because I hate corruption. Bum, 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 bum. 2 camels for Sister Siri. That's it. That's it. Yep. I kind of wish we could I could just go back to Siri the Sorceress, kind of like stop back in. It bugs me that I can't just, without finagling, I can't have like multiple worlds unless I use different servers and things. I do need like a long-term solution to that, really. I'd like to be able to revisit all my previous worlds. Obviously, I presume they would have a huge save implication, like file capacity situations, I guess. Doing the situation thing again. Let's move past it. This will be a buff. Carry capacity. There you go. The game was listening to me. This is great because it doesn't really weigh anything, and then you can use it to buff your carry capacity in a pinch. They have various different kind of buffs from these books. And because they don't weigh anything, it's kind of useful. Pick up the cash because, you know. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Got Conan Exiles as a Christmas present, did you? I love that. I'm playing around in the game. Really appreciate beginning guides on YouTube. Thank you so much. That is the best thing I could possibly hear. So glad it's helpful. Yep. Very excited for you starting like your adventures. Super fun. So much to do. How I miss Pigeon. He was a great buddy for this is a tough one. That Pigeon was on the solo playthrough, wasn't he? Yeah. Yeah. I really enjoyed that No Fighter Thralls one. That was really fun. That really suited my kind of like, you know, play style and whatnot. So solution is to FTP the SQL databases up and down for my server to my PC and vice versa when I'm in the mood to change worlds. I need like more kind of guidance on that at some point. So this guy drops the chakrams, or can do. Please don't corrupt me, sir. I hate corruption. Oh, screw you. Hate it. Stop it. Stop it. So he's definitely worth fighting. He also is incredibly easy to stagger. Like infinitely. Which is fun. For us, maybe not for him. Oh, I just remembered I also watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 while I was off, people. Just remembered a movie. I don't know why he reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy. So not these diseased Spike. I think he also drops chakrams, doesn't he? Does he also drop chakrams? Question mark. I either watch a tiny bit of Cold Protection, otherwise kind of boring. You've been eaten by the same crocodile 3 times. Ah, the joys. Is it just a baby crocodile, like a basic one? That's it. Soon you'll be just going around deleting crocodiles, just stomping on their faces, and remembering back when you were just a mere noob. It's the chakrams. Thank you, Kevin. I thought it was, yeah. Based on the community server is at the end of the bridge once owned by the was it by an infamous sorceress. That's it. I did like that base. Yep. Yeah, I do. One of the reasons I'm looking forward to the Sipta playthrough is because Sipta has so much kind of like large land to kind of build on. I'd like to build like a big schmancy kind of castle or like some kind of fancy build. Something grand. Ooh, Mitra's Justice. In PvP, this will remove buffs on your enemies. So if they have like an agility buff and all that palaver. Yep. But yeah, 60 damage, 28% armor pen. Very good. And yeah, good on a thrall. Let's resort my weight. Normally, if I'm going to come to a dungeon like this that drops so many legendary weapons, I'd like to kind of clear my inventory. So if you do have teleportory stones, or like a bunch of map rooms and things, or you're on a server and there's a bunch of map rooms, it's a good idea just to nip back and get rid of things out of your inventory. Or have a box nearby or an outpost or something, maybe. He does, that's it, yeah. One little one did eat me once, but there's this big one at the end of the river that kicks my rear. There's a bunch of those big crocodiles, yes. They're quite tough, actually. And my favourite is to fight the spiders, which I show in like a bunch of things. Not because I particularly enjoy spiders, but I find them to be the easiest to defeat really early in the game. Once you kind of like know the basics, really. Oh yeah, so now we've picked up the statuettes from each of those 3 mini-bosses, 1, 2, and 3. We want to get through this cobwebby door. And so we're going to place the statuettes by clicking them on these 3 little things clustered together. And then we've been granted a key, which will allow us to open this door. We already had this key already, but we've just done it again. Once you've fought those mini-bosses, if you want to repeat this dungeon and you don't want to fight those, if you have the keys, you can just run through, click on the doors. It doesn't consume the key. You can do it as many times as you want to. Watch out for the traps. Are we going to do... Let's do the blue guy as well, I guess. Why not? I have a kind of a long play sort of guide to this. The first time we did it on this playthrough, which... Was it last time? No. Was quite early on. But I will be doing kind of shorter, quite detailed, trying to cover all my bases kind of guides for the YouTube channel over the next few weeks. That's the plan. That's why I did that gear boosts guide, so I could just kind of refer to it and be like, hey, if you want to get ready to do dungeons, here's how you can prep early game. So I'm not covering every single thing. We have kind of covered most of the stuff in here, but I will do like a full kind of detailed edited guide, so you don't have to watch for like an hour. Well, maybe it'll be an hour, I don't know. We'll see. But it'll have a lot of information in. Dun, 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 dun. So this is the third boss and final boss that you've actually got to kill to get key from. Although you don't technically have to fight him because you can do a cut through, and I can show you where that is, which is kind of cool. I don't like him because he corrupts me, and you know how I feel about corruption. But he drops the key to the arena, and he drops the Annihilator weapon. He drops a bunch of different ones, including World Breaker, which is a hammer. These weapons used to be incredible. This one has the Executioner ability these days, which will take the final 10% of HP of an enemy that you hit, which is only really useful against world bosses who have a lot of HP. We'll take it. Why not? I'm going to skip all the rusted keys and things. I have shown those before, and I'll cover those again later, but we're just kind of eating through here today. Dun, 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 dun. All right, mate. So if you don't want to fight the blue guy that we just fought to give us the arena key, then you can cut through there, crouch through that little section crack in the wall. You just crouch through here and get through, and then you can just go all the way through there down to the end to get to the Warmaker, or you can cut right to fight the arena champion. We're going to go fight her. Bum, 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 bum. But the key to the arena will open this door. Okay, watch out for the spikes. There is the arena champion. She's a very friendly lady. She likes to punch people with her weapon in the face. She has a huge amount of armor negation, probably 100%, almost 100%. She just kind of negates your armor. So she'll do a huge amount of damage to you and to your thralls. And if you have a thrall that you're precious about and you're concerned about being able to defeat her, consider not bringing your thrall in. You can stagger her though, and then regen your stamina while she's knocked down, and then stagger her again. Keep her staggered while your thrall does hits. A bit more stagger. There you go, and she's down. Or you can fight her solo, as I like to do frequently. There you go. More pork feasts. Excellent. Armor scraps. We need that. And you can learn the recipe for her armor, which is really, really good for cold protection. And it buffs a bunch of different perks. Thank you very much. By clicking on this tablet over here. There's also a little box here. You can get a repair kit and bits and bobs. And we're going to go straight across through to this door. And that will take us out where we would have gotten to if we just cut through the little crack. That sounds weird, but let's move past it. Yeah, thank you very much. And as a normal person, thank you very much. Checks in the post.
Ancients left their mark all over these lands. This place is one of theirs.
Thank you very much. There you go. This is black ice. You can harvest this if you're one of those loot goblin people who just like to kind of harvest every single last thing. This is a great place for you. Yep. And there's a bunch of enemies left and right as you go along. You can fight all of them. I'm just going to fight the bosses. It's all these dudes in here. I'm just going to keep going. Make sure you dodge the projectiles from the spooters. Otherwise they will cripple you. So we'll fight this dragon boss, who is basically the same guy in the sinkhole. His fire attack is really strong. And you want to make sure that you roll into his tummy rather than away, because he has a perfect lock on if he does his breathe attack. Just dodge his hits. I'm very, very armoured right now, bear that in mind. Because he's undead, he won't bleed. You could use Spectre Coating on him, which you can apply to your weapon. There we go. So he drops the skeleton key. We've got some dragon powder. I'll take that. I'll also take the fragment of power. And then... do I get a second one? Sometimes some of these guys give you a second key. No. No. Demon blood, though. Demon blood is helpful for crafting map rooms, if you want to make a map room, as well as a bunch of other things, including explosive arrows. Then we got legendary chest here. Ooh. Oh, I love these daggers. These are maybe my favorite daggers, probably. Heart's Blood, because they do bleed and they do gouging as well, which is like a bleed but applies to undead friendos as well. It's a bit like a bleed, like a stacking debuff. Very cool. Very, very cool. There you go. Spectacle thing lasts for a certain amount of hits. It doesn't it doesn't have like a timer on it. You can do a certain amount of hits and then it's gone. So like, kind of, once you get to the full stack debuff, because it does this huge amount of tick damage, like 50 tick damage, I think, when it's max, which is very high. So yeah, once you've kind of hit them enough times, as long as you don't do any breaks, if you hit them enough times to get the full debuff stack, then that's when it kind of goes shunk, like a shunk kind of noise, and then it's over. Oh, I love him so much. He's just so cheery looking. Anna, thanks for coming to fight me. Nobody ever comes to fight me in this place. I don't know if it's 10. I've never counted, I don't think. But basically, once you get the full stack, I will test it, but I don't want to use these daggers until I've put the master weapon fitting on, because I want like more damage. Let's harvest this guy for the key. Dragon was already scared to death. He didn't have any chance. I know. All right, let's go, people. It was a buff. It was a debuff. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. All my buffs have run out. Let's rebuff ourselves. Have I run out? Okay, there's my elixir of grace. Let's drink one of those. And then have I got any grog? I have my horse. There we go. Drink a jungle grog. You buffed. She's lost her buffs as well. Timely reminders, people. Timely reminders. Come on now. Right, elixir of might. And then she's going to have salted pork, which you learn from the summoning place. Cooked pork. Excuse me. And she's triple buffed. There we go. Let's go do the fighty thing. All right. Time for the Warmaker. Now, if you have all the keys, you've done the Warmaker dungeon before. My favourite thing to do is just to run all through all the content that we just got through before. Don't even bother with the mini bosses. Run all the way from the front of the beginning of the dungeon all the way to the end, and run to the exit of this place. Don't have to aggro him, and then just loot these 6 chests here, which I'll do after we fight him. There's 3 on the left and then 3 on the right. So there's 6 chests. This is my favourite place at level 60 to just farm legendary weapons. Do fight world bosses around the map, get their skeleton keys, and then if you're level 60 and you've done this dungeon before, just run all the way to the end of this one and loot these chests and run back out again. And you can do it every time they respawn for 15 minutes. Make sure if you do this for the first time, you click on these tablets, because they'll teach you the master weapon fitting and bulk plating recipes, amongst others, but master weapon fitting is my favourite. Hi, Sam. So that was unfair, wasn't it? This guy likes to kick. He's got no manners. Oh my goodness.
Calendars 1979 gifted a tier 1 subscription to username.
I'm just 1,979.
Gifted 2 subscriptions
What's
to the
going on?
community.
Well, just thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you to the top up for the to Valorant. That is crazy. Thank you, thank you. Kel spit in his eye, no. Thank you, Kel.
Wolfie_36 just subscribed with Prime.
Thank you, Wolfie. Welcome in. Thank you for using your Prime here. Enjoy your month of ad-free viewing. Tinkle, tinkle. If anyone here isn't in the Discord or would like to join the Discord, you don't have to be a subscriber. I generally like to mention it when someone subs, so you know you're all welcome. Exclamation mark socials in the chat for the link for that. Goodness me.
Tarsquid just subscribed with Prime.
Goodness me. Tarsquid, thank you for the Prime. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. Tinkle, tinkle. What else was I going to say? If anybody wants to join our Conan Exiles server, which is PvE friendly, 2x harvesting, and modded the same as my game here, just join our Conan Exiles Discord. Join our Discord. Go to the Conan Exiles channel in our Discord and look at the pinned messages for joining instructions. There you go. Everybody's welcome. There's no paywall. There you go. Right, let's loot our legendary chests and see if we get anything fun. And then wonder how we're going to carry them. Ooh, momentum. Excellent. That's our second momentum mace. I haven't put a master weapon fitting on hers. That's a crime. So there you go. 85 damage, 27% armor pen. You can buff that with a master weapon fitting. So it does more damage, more armor pen. It's really, 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 if not the very best, one of the very best weapons for a thrall. It's great. And I'm out of keys. It's a scandal. We've been slacking on the world boss fights, apparently, people. Okay. So, yes, we can do some more world boss modification and then run back here with some keys. And just loot those chests. There you go. Thank you very much. Not my first rodeo. So, exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat if you want a chance to win a DLC of your choice, excluding Decetto or Sipta. There you go. What a momentum for a great loot. I do love that mace.
This might be a first, but Paolo, to the corner, please. Paolo, to the corner. That's a terrible joke. Thank you, Paolo.
Yeah, momentum. Momentum is really the best. You can use Hanneman's Gather as well. That's really good. There's a bunch of like viable weapons. You don't have to use them like one pinnacle situation, but the momentum mace is really very good. There you go. That's it. That's what I use it on. I don't use it on myself personally. I like to use agility build, and I use my Baltier's Razor and my Bector Corbin agility two-handed weapons. There you go. They were buyable at one time. Yeah, from the Headhunter event. That's it. Dun, 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 dun. And we do have drops on Twitch at the moment for the crown that my character is currently wearing, which is the Primeval crown. I don't remember about buffs, actually. I forget what the stats are. I think it's... Did we craft it? Let me lock that. Oh, I can't see here because I will untransmog it for myself. I don't think we didn't craft it because we just used it as a transmog. That's what it looks like. That's pretty cool. I changed my character's clothing so it went better with gold. It's not the perfect match. It goes quite well with veneer gear, I think. Let me show you. Without thrall is the Primeval crown. So without a thrall, so if you craft it without any crafting buffs from armorers, then it's very light. It gives you 20 health, 10 concussive damage, 8 follower damage, and 16 armor value. Obviously the stats will be higher. A bunch of different stats will be higher for it, including armor value if you craft it with an armorer. And then the non-epic version, which you can craft before you get to level 60, is 6 armor value, 4 follower damage, 10 health, 5 concussive damage, and it's light as well. There you go. Just so you can see. the details. Bought a shed load of them, gave every thrall I had on momentum. Yeah, never ever give a thrall. Never give a thrall shield, absolutely, because they'll bug out, definitely. Choo-choo. Thank you, Cal. That's very nice of you, lovely. Thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, Kira, thank you for the on-screen celebration. Thank you, thank you. It does look cool, yeah. Looks very nice. I was wearing like a veneer armor with like a white sorry, it was dyed white. That's the wording I'm looking for. Let's fight the scorpion here because we need some more keys. And yeah, it doesn't really go with that because I can't dye it silver. You know what I mean? Can you just stop shaking your butt in the chat, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh dear. I will have order, people. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, we need to... I think probably because I've started teleporting using the map room at our base, I've stopped fighting as many world bosses. So we didn't have as many keys as we usually do. Let's fight this guy. Okay. Yeah, I can't believe I don't have a master weapon fitting on her weapon. She's applying bleed because she has a perk. It's Freya. She's one of the companions for the Age of Heroes, and she has a perk that applies bleed on every hit, which is pretty damned cool, honestly. Unless you want her to knock out an enemy, in which case it's really not good because she'll kill them. But like, I would normally equip a pair of daggers to kind of assist with the damage to like some high HP flesh creatures, and I don't need to. She's already doing it for me. Sweet. I'm not going to take any of those things. The only things I would maybe consider taking, definitely perfected heavy padding. I have a box full of it from looting enemies. I'm just not going to pick it up anymore. And then ebony silk if you want to craft the Black Corsair armor from the Buccaneer Bay, which is a really very, 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 very light, a very high agility buffing armor from Buccaneer Bay. You get the recipe from them. So yeah, I'm not going to pick up anything. Shall I pick up the ebony? Yeah, let's get the ebony silk. Go on. Did I get the key? Got the key already, I think. Also, Ica from this guy is good. Dun, 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 dun. Just in case they close the event for Jabal Sag, the Sacred Hunt event, I'm going to run over to it and like have a look at it and show you it. Because last time we did get attacked by were hyenas, but I never actually did the event. So let's go over and have a look. I do have a guide to the Sacred Hunt event, like a comprehensive guide on my YouTube channel. If you want to watch that. Yes, I need to update the Discord link, Alo. There should be a bunch of different Discord links. Is it the one in the... Is it this one? I'll go through all of them and just update them all. It just kind of ran out of time, even though they're not supposed to expire. Sometimes they do. Shaking like a Polaroid. Oh my goodness. It's too confused if your thrall has a weapon and a shield, which also a weapon and at the same time a shield as defense. Yeah. Definitely, shields are a bit problematic. Whee! Just roll past the haters. Yeah, definitely. I don't like using shields anyway. I think shields were probably quite handy early game. Because, you know, a thrall could just kind of protect themselves. What am I using? This one. This is where we cry and hide. Let me eat a pork. It's a feast, which will make me happy. So I think last time we fought this guy, Freya did get unfriended. But we were able to revive her. It's just such an obnoxious, like, boss. Just don't get killed, is my answer. Here we go. Down he goes. There we go. Better. Sweet. Oh, she's level 20. Oh, now she doesn't get any different perks, does she? Interesting. Now she's triple buffed. She's also wearing like really, really good armor. She also has momentum, although she doesn't have a master weapon fitting or any kind of buff on it. There you go. Yeah, so she hasn't, it doesn't change her perks when she hits level 20. I guess it's slightly less exciting when they hit level 20 because you get your perks from doing the quests and stuff. Can I give you some heals, my friend? Let's get our skeleton key that we earned from him. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. Camel is unfazed. Doombringer, it just brings the doom. He just intimidates with his, you know, nonchalance. That's it. That's it. I need to get up early. Good night. Good night, Lars. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. You get 1 attack per 12 hours. I'm guessing you're up as werewolf food by now. Once per night, isn't it? You just get attacked once per night. And that's it. They haven't changed it, have they? Once every night. But I have nighttime on super quick. So I haven't been attacked yet. Do. Camel is just vibing. He is indeed. He's unfazed. Look at that. So cool. Could you get me a more interesting boss to fight, please? Brings terror to the hearts of all your foolish foes. He just generally like smells. You know what I mean? He just kind of stinks a little bit, and then they just go, "Oh God, let's leave him alone, shall we?" So this is a Sacred Hunt event. I have a full guide on my YouTube channel, but I want to kind of show it. You can opt out of this event, but enemies, basically werewolves, were-hyenas, like these guys, varying sizes depending on your level, will attack you at night. When you kill them, you can get gnarled fangs. You get like a pouch with a bunch of little bits and bobs, and you'll use them at this trader here. And basically you want as many fangs as possible from the event to get all these good like loot items or whatever craftable items. There are bosses to fight as well. I've got like a full guide. I'm not going to go into every detail because I did that in my guide. And this is the lawgiver. If you want to opt out of the hunt, you can do that here. You're going to make your way to the beam of light in the sky, which is here basically. There you go. That's it. That's it really. These guys are just decorative. I don't feel like he used to have a blonde hair. Yep. And this is the altar that you need to craft these items for the bosses. But watch my video. That's it. Good pet nose to go for the eyes. There you go. That's it. Smart. Spits in the eyes. That's it. All right, people. We're going to draw the winner for our giveaway, and we're going to stop here. So thank you really so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the support. I super appreciate it. It makes such a difference. I can't begin to tell you. Thank you for all the follows, bits, subs, gifted subs, all the things. Thank you for everything. Normal kind of scheduling will resume, my peeps. Check out my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I've got loads of guides for this game, including some really recent ones, including this whole series is on there too, and Enshrouded and all those things, Valheim, all that good stuff. All right, my friends, see you soon.